So I want you to pause for 1 second. This is perhaps one of the most key things that I would like for you to take away today. I want you to pause the video and take out your phone and take a selfie video. 30 seconds, I would love for you to introduce yourself. Imagine that you are in a professional setting, in a social setting, at a networking event, and I would just want you to try and introduce yourself in 30 seconds. It doesn't matter how it is, how it looks, try your best, take your phone out, record for 30 seconds, and please send it to me. I would love to see your video. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do that now. Great, so hopefully you've done that. I want you to watch this video.
In my mind, you're here. 6'4" guys. Then I might add something else to this. 6'4", black. 6'4", black, well-dressed. But you're a pilot, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's start with this. So you're a pilot. How long have you been a pilot?
10 years now.
A decade. Never say 10 years, always a decade. It sounds different. It has more gravitas. How many hours have you flown?
About 5,600.
Close
Close to 6,000 hours.
Close on 6,000 hours. When I open a conversation, if I'm you, this is my opening intro. Hi, my name is Amonde. I'm a pilot, close on a decade of experience. I've got over 6,000 hours in the air, and I'd like to talk to you guys a bit about my new startup that's in logistics. Have I got your attention?
So what did you guys think of that video? I think it shows the importance of a really crisp, clear, and well thought out introduction. When you are making an introduction, you've really only got about 7 to 12 seconds of that first impression, where people will make a decision. Do I want to speak to this person, or am I going to slowly start to fade out? In addition to that, you've really probably only got 30 seconds to make your introduction. Anything longer starts to waffle. And really, you need to shine a light on yourself. It needs to be a really memorable and interesting introduction so that people think, I really enjoyed speaking to this person, I loved hearing about them, and I want to know more later. This is called the elevator pitch. It's an opportunity for you to shine a light on yourself, and it's an opportunity for you to speak about your journey and your story. So, chapter 1, the elevator pitch. The objectives for this session. You're going to understand the importance of a great elevator pitch. You will know the verbal and non-verbal components of making a great first impression. You're going to practice your personal introduction. At the end of this chapter, you're going to do another 30-second selfie video, and you're going to be comparing what's changed, what went well, what didn't go so well, and what are your opportunities to improve. And by the way, I'd love to see those videos. So what is the 3-step process to a great elevator pitch? Well, first of all, tell me what you do. Simple. Keep it concise, keep it clear, and keep it interesting. Now here comes a little bit of magic. What's your secret sauce? What makes you unique? What do you stand for? What are you passionate about? What values do you believe in? Are you in a field where there is an area of specialism? And then tell me a story. Everybody loves hearing a story. Bring your journey to life. What did you have to overcome? What challenges did you face? Make it memorable and make it fun. Have different versions. You're not always going to be in a position where your introduction needs to be the same. So this is not a script that you're learning off by heart and you're going to be doing every single time. You should have a little bit of flexibility that in a social setting, in an interview, in a professional setting, maybe in different scenarios, you should be able to flex your personal introduction, your elevator pitch, and have different versions. It is a formula like we discussed. And then what you need to do is practice, practice, practice. You will just become slicker and smoother and better at making this introduction. And it will evolve. That's what I'm trying to show you here. That by having different versions, different scenarios, maybe the team who you're presenting to knows you already. Maybe it's a room full of brand new people. This is going to evolve with time. Be fun, be engaging. It's not about being prescriptive or serious necessarily. Maybe the scenario might allow for that, but really you should try and be fun, engaging, be vulnerable, and be relatable. That's what people are drawn to. Make sure your story has an aha moment. The idea isn't that you just tell a story that is boring. There should be a reason for you sharing that story that links it back to why you're here, why you're presenting, or maybe who you are and what you stand for. So, how else to make a good impression? Well, bear a few things in mind. You have one chance at a first impression. You can't make a first impression a second time. You have one chance, and really you need to make that count. Think about experiences in your life. You may have come across different people, and if they made a good impression, that sticks. And if they made a bad impression, that also sticks. And that's unfortunate. It takes far longer to turn around a bad impression than it does to turn around a good impression. And as I said again, you need to be genuine and you need to be committed. And when that shines through, people will think more positively of you, and that first impression will really stick out.
Hey everyone, my name's Kathy. I'm from Beijing. I was born in China and I moved around quite a bit. In the past few years, I live in France, Colorado, California, and Chicago. I work in marketing for a FMCG company. In my spare time, I love doing yoga. I love going on hikes. I'm very excited to be here and I look forward to meeting everyone in person.
So what did you guys think of Kathy's introduction? She was warm, she was friendly. She spoke about herself from a professional standpoint, some of the traveling she's done, some of her social interests, but then she brought it back to the group and said, I'm looking forward to meeting everyone, I'm excited to be here. So she brought good energy, she spoke clearly, she made good eye contact, but also she was quite short, right? It wasn't a long, drawn out, boring introduction. She kept it quite short. And the idea isn't to give away everything. The idea is just to give enough to make people think that, hey, this is an interesting person and I want to learn more about them, or I want to listen more about what they have to say. So, as we mentioned in the introduction, making a great first impression has verbal and non-verbal components. From a non-verbal standpoint, as much as it might seem unfair, the way you look is also the way you're judged. So dress well, dress appropriately. If it's a business setting, you need to wear business attire. If it's a cultural setting, we need to wear something cultural. If it's a social gathering, you'll wear something social. But whatever it is, take pride in your appearance, be clean and dress well. Your body language matters. If you are hunched over, not making eye contact, maybe that's not going to come across as confident and open. But if you're using hand gestures, you're sitting comfortably, you're not sitting too close or too far away from people, that really contributes to a feeling of openness and people can feel that they can talk to you, and that helps in making that good first impression. Eye contact and smiling. Making appropriate eye contact is so important, and smiling shows that you are interested and engaged and open to this conversation. Greeting and handshake. So if it's culturally appropriate, have a strong, firm handshake. Show that you are confident, show that you're professional. These will all contribute to people's subconscious about the first impression that you've made. So those of you who watch Netflix may have seen a TV show called Mad Men. This is a character from the show. His name is Don Draper. I want you to pause the video here for 1 second, and I want you to take a look at this picture. And in the context of what we've just discussed, dress, body language, eye contact, what do you think about this picture? I want you to pause the video and take a minute. So let's go back and look at those characteristics: dress, body language, and the eye contact. So I like this picture very much because I think it says more than just a picture. I think he's very well dressed. He's wearing a crisp suit. He's got cufflinks. He's got a pocket square, nice crisp white shirt, very clean. From a personal standpoint, he's clean shaven, his hair is made, and he looks the part. He's smoking the cigarette indoors. Certainly, maybe back in those days they would do that, but now it's a sign of confidence. He's got a very open body posture, legs crossed, arms out wide. And look at his facial expression as well. His eyes are locked in. He's not smiling, he's not growling. He means business. And so would you want to go into business with this person? Maybe. I know you're making a snap judgment here, but this is what first impressions are made of. You look at this person and you think he's professional, he's smart, and it's going to be a productive engagement with him. So we spoke about the non-verbal side. What about the verbal side? Well, look, choose your words and topics carefully. My dad always used to say there are certain topics it's best not to bring to a social conversation. Religion, politics, money, that kind of stuff. Use your own better judgment. But the first 10 to 20 words that you use in any introduction or any social interaction is going to direct the flow of the conversation. Either people are going to be engaged or they're going to withdraw and look for something else. If you're at a networking event, you really only have that first 10 seconds to make that first impression and to see whether people want to stay or leave. So choose your words and your topics carefully. Be a storyteller. Everybody loves a story. Everybody loves an anecdote. Tell them about a problem you solved, a challenge you're facing. Everybody loves a story, and it really helps to bring your message and your story and your journey come to life. And also, don't just talk. Be an expert listener. Now, what does that mean? It means be active in your listening. Replay to people what they've been saying to you. Maybe say it in a different way. Draw a parallel between what you've experienced and what they're experiencing. Being an expert listener shows respect, and it's also a very important part of communicating. What about some of the other components to bear in mind? First of all, like Kathy, bring good energy. It's no use you just sitting in a corner. You're supposed to be making a strong first impression. Maybe you're presenting to a room full of people, to some colleagues, you're meeting some friends. If you bring low energy in your voice, in your physical behavior, that's what you're going to be projecting. So bring positive, good energy. Respect is so important, particularly nowadays when we're living in multicultural environments. Respecting people's beliefs, cultures, dress codes is going to be so important. And that needs to come across in the way you communicate as well. Having good manners. Think about young children. You want to teach them please and thank you. You want to teach them not to speak over other people. You want to teach them other good manners. That projects onto us as adults as well, of course. And in any social interaction, in any social setting, it's important for us to always maintain good manners and be respectful. Also, it's important to be open-minded. Now, what does that mean? Being open-minded is to say, look, I might have a set of opinions, but I'm very open to hearing your opinion. I'm very open to having my opinion changed. And okay, maybe I won't change my opinion, but I'm willing to listen. It doesn't mean I necessarily agree with what you're saying, but there's an opportunity for me to listen and learn something. So being open-minded comes across very well as well. Having a positive outlook. So it's very easy for us, I think, to bond over negative experiences. Did you see the traffic? Did you see the weather? Why did the meeting start late, huh? How bad is the coffee? These are very easy things for you to bond over, negative experiences. But try and avoid that. Try and bond over positive experiences, because that's what people will remember you for. Try and think about ways to bring positivity in the conversation, and that's the memory that people have of you. Humility and not arrogance. Nobody likes someone who's arrogant. I'm very good at this, I achieved this, my salary is this. It doesn't come across very well, particularly when you are trying to make a really good first impression. So being humble, being confident, sure, if you have some great achievements that you wanted to share, by all means share those achievements, and by all means do so confidently. But remember, there's a fine balance between confidence and arrogance, and you have to keep that in mind. And lastly, timing is critical as well. If someone is on their way to the bathroom, if they have another meeting to rush to, if they're walking from place A to place B, maybe the timing of that conversation isn't quite right. So think very carefully about the situation you're in and what type of conversation that you're having. If you try to introduce yourself in a long-winded way to someone who's in a lift, you probably won't have the opportunity to finish that, and it probably gives a rushed impression. And that's why it's called an elevator pitch. So, as promised, I want you guys to practice. Practice and practice and practice, and so you can improve. So how are you going to practice in this chapter? Well, I want you to go away and write. Take 10, take 15 minutes, take a piece of paper. I want you to write, using bullet points, a fantastic elevator pitch. I want you to think about different scenarios you might find yourself in the social setting, in the professional setting, with family, with friends, with colleagues you know, with new colleagues. Think about the different scenarios that you might find yourself in and where you may be chosen to introduce yourself. They may say, hey Steve, some of us know you, some of us don't. Please can you introduce yourself? At the start of a Zoom call, in a face-to-face meeting, for example. That is your opportunity to shine. That's your opportunity to put into practice everything that we've spoken about in this chapter. So I would love for you to take 10, 15 minutes, write down on a piece of paper your pitch, and then refine it and refine it and refine it. And once you're happy, I want you to read it and practice it. And then record a 30-second video, just like the one you did at the start of the chapter. And then I want you to contrast and compare. What is good? What is not good? What can be improved? I want you to pat yourself on the back for making a conscious effort to try and improve. Your first 30-second video probably was unplanned. And now, the fact that you've taken the time to write this script out and to practice it, to rehearse it, to look in the mirror and to repeat it and to get fluent in it. What went well, what didn't go so well, I'd love for you to reflect that. And in addition to that, I would love for you to please send me your 2 videos so I can see the difference, and send me your reflections. I would love to share in that success, that improvement, but also share my feedback as well. Look forward to hearing from you. Top 5 takeaways from this chapter. Number 1, a great introduction makes you memorable. Number 2, everybody loves a story. Storytelling is a great way to be memorable. Number 3, your non-verbal choices are equally as important as what you do say. Number 4, attention spans are short. You've got about 10 seconds to grip them in, and you have about 30 seconds maximum to introduce yourself, tell a quick story, and have an aha moment at the end. And lastly, being genuine, relatable, and fun are great ways to being remembered. Good luck, guys.